In baseball, the Guardians are still alive.
Naylor, a swing and a high drive, deep right. Back goes Perez. Track, wall, gone! There will be a Game 3 tomorrow. Bo Naylor, a towering 3-run home run to right. Cleveland, a 5-run eighth.
Yeah, you just heard it all on the Guardians radio network. They end up defeating the Tigers 6-1. The Padres are trying to force a Game 3 as well. And Manny Machado with a 2-run shot has extended San Diego's lead. They're up on the Cubs 3-0. It's the top of the 6th inning. Still to come, it's Game 3 between the Red Sox and the Yankees at 6 Eastern. And then Game 3 between the Reds and the Dodgers at 9 Eastern. In the NFL, the 49ers have ruled out Brock Purdy for Thursday night's game against the Rams. Jawan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall have also been ruled out. I'm Auntie Bolaños.
All right.
I first want to say thanks to everybody for holding it down the past few days, especially you, Rich Davis.
Oh, you weren't here?
Back. No. And I'm back and I'm angry. And I hate
back, baby.
everybody. Because the Yankees stink. That's why. And they got to redeem themselves today. I hate Aaron Boone. I hate Weaver. I hate Bregman's face. I hate you. But not you, Fox Sports Radio Nation. Covino and Rich, I'm actually happy to be here. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. If you missed any of today's show, you want to catch the podcast, search Covino and Rich wherever you get your podcast. 5 stars, because anything less is uncivilized. And let's be rocking out into this hump day.
And you can see us do our thing at youtube.com/Covino and Rich FSR. We're live streaming right now. And,
Live streaming. Big dreaming. I got my Yankees hat on right here. My Yankees Mexico Diablos hat because I just came back from Riviera Maya from Mexico.
Yeah.
And it's Hispanic Heritage Month. So happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Monsi Bolaños. Bolaños. Let the music take you over, Bolaños.
Oh, that was nice and in harmony. That was lovely.
She is here hanging out with us, and we reap all the benefits. Of course, we got super producer Danny G.
Hey, Danny G.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
Iowa Sam, always bringing the fun. And, of course, spots on the videos with Midweek Major today. The biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture. We're going to talk Lamar Jackson, some NFL, maybe some Aaron Rodgers. We got Mike's Wednesday Words of Wisdom. But first and first, mostly, I hope you had a Red Sox, Tigers, Cubs, Dodgers sort of night last night.
Well, I mean, how about a Guardians type of day? That's old news, buddy boy. That series is tied up 1-1.
Good for them.
And the Padres, they're about to tie this series up if all stays according to what's doing right now. 3-0 Pods in the 6th.
I hope it goes further for them, for the Yankees, for the fun of baseball.
I think we're gonna say. I think we're gonna see 3 Game 3s. I think the Dodgers just outpower.
That would be dope.
The Reds. I think that's the only sweep you'll see, and it just proves that at least the Mets would have been a more formidable opponent, even though the Mets stink too. It's just like this is just a warm up for you guys.
Isn't it wild, though, that so far in this current format, teams are 18 of 20 if they win the first game?
Really?
Oh, yeah. I think it's like 90% or something ridiculous. Yeah, it's tough, but, hey, it's October baseball.
You know that 18 out of 20 is 90%.
Yeah,
90%.
Okay.
You said, I think it's like 90%. That's exactly 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
18 out of 20.
There you have it. Thank you,
Good job, Rich.
Rich Davis.
Well, I mean, I do have
with
my
his TI-82 on
the
standby.
mental mathematician.
I do have my Mr. Professor calculator.
Yeah. So I hope your team is winning. I hope you're enjoying the ghost season, postseason as it officially begins. It's the first of the month. The legend of the rent is way past due. It's time to buy some Halloween candy, and it's time to get ready for some postseason baseball.
Don't yawn in October.
Why?
You know what happens when you yawn in October, right?
No, tell us.
Let's just say a ghost decides to, anyway, have its way with you. So, hey, enjoy October.
You know what happens during Hispanic Heritage Month, right? Because it's another 15 days. Every time you yawn, Bad Bunny has his way with you.
I do love how.
And by the way,
people are
if you're
still
not
torn.
happy about Bad Bunny, I just want to make this point because I haven't been here the past few days. If you're not happy about Bad Bunny, that's okay. It doesn't make you racist. It could make you just a rock fan. That's all.
It could make
I'm
you a
not
fan
racist. I'm just a rock fan.
It could make you just a fan of hip hop or pop or something else, but
it doesn't mean you.
But we've also seen some racist people on social media.
No. Oh, you could be racist, and I'm not hating. I'm just stating. It doesn't mean you wear Oakleys and trucker hats and you're a Karen or a Darren.
Yeah,
it could just mean, Metallica would have been cool, and I'm not the biggest fan, and that's okay because I understand what the NFL's doing there.
Again, though, it is very extreme. We talked about it the other day, but it is extreme, though. You're right that if you insinuate that you don't like the Bad Bunny choice, there is almost like a weird, like, what are you, racist?
That's
no.
gotta be racist.
Yeah.
I just don't like
You
Bad
know what
Bunny.
I'm here to say?
It's not my thing.
I'm here to say that Steve Covino, I'm only stating this because I'm half Mexican, right? So that's Hispanic, last I heard. I'm not happy about the choice, but I'm not mad about it either. Is he worthy of it? Absolutely. We've been hearing about hey, newsflash, he performed with J-Lo and Shakira. He's already done this Super Bowl halftime.
Yeah.
So he's been famous, internationally known to rock the microphone for years
And
now.
by the way, if you're mad about anything regarding a halftime show, get a life. Mad about it?
Get a life,
being mad.
losers.
Imagine, Monty, like you have so little going on in your personal life, professional life, marriage, dating, kids, work, that you're, imagine being genuinely like mad about it, like, oh, damn it.
I'm just
Must
saying,
be nice. Must be
Yes.
nice if that is what you're mad about.
Man, I'm really bummed.
Right. Those
I-
are good problems.
Those are good, easy problems to have.
So I'm not hating. I'm just stating that
Bad Bunny.
it doesn't make you a racist. You could just simply be a rock fan like I am.
Yeah.
And I'm not hating on Bad Bunny. I hope he has a great performance, and I hope NFL reaches their mission of gaining more international fans,
Yeah,
because
like
that's
I-
clearly what's going on, and that's okay, and it was perfectly stated, Rich, by you in my absence. But I did want to make it clear that not everybody's a racist because they're not pumped about it.
Like I said the other day.
You racist.
Like I said the other day, it's I'm just really excited. Happy Gilmore's caddy has come a long way.
Yes, absolutely.
All
I
right.
mean, great for him.
I know we're having fun talking about Bad Bunny and other things, but can we talk about how your Yankees blew it yesterday? I know I owe you a ton of money because your Yankees were so much more dominant than the Mets this year. Put that aside. I'm not rooting against your Yanks, but last night Max Fried's rolling. That's
Dude, he's rolling like Limp Bizkit in the early 2000s.
I'm gonna present a few things, and then I'm gonna hand it over to the number one Yankee fan I know. But I have a few questions I just want to get out. Why take out Max Fried? And when I hear
I'll tell you
Covino,
why.
wait, I said let me pose my
Oh.
questions.
Well, I'm
Man,
going to forget them all.
You like my kids?
Can
You
I
don't
answer
listen.
one at a time?
No, because I just want you to be able to.
No, because I think I can say this. Because
All right.
Aaron Boone doesn't wear the nuts. That's why.
Okay.
And I like Aaron Boone. I'm not an Aaron Boone hater. There's a lot of people, a lot of Yankee fans that love to trash Aaron Boone. I like the guy. I'm not one of them. But he's not in charge. Analytics. That's why.
I mean, it's the postseason, so I'm not saying there's a time where you do push your guys, and it's the postseason. Like the whole let's hold back. Holding back, that's not what postseason baseball or any sport is about. Like it's the postseason. Yankees.
It's a 3-game series, no less. You got to go all out.
Yankees, I mean, he was at 102 pitches. But since when is 100 pitches like this? Like a guy will, like he's like it's a gremlin after midnight. Don't feed it after midnight. If Max Fried is cruising, pitch count is relative, right? Is it a laboring 102 pitches or is he cruising 102 pitches? To me, it felt like he was cruising 102
How
pitches.
about you let him get to a point where he's in a jam?
And by the way, it was only like a decade ago where 100 pitches was what you let a guy hit when he was coming off of a rehab start or something. 100 pitches went from that's the number you don't want to push to your ace's playoff limit?
Yeah, Alex Cora pushed it to the limit, and
Can
it
I-
made all the difference.
can I tell
don't
you
wanna
how many-
take any chances when your dude is in a zone like that? Did it look like he was laboring a little bit in the past few innings? Yes, but I think you let him finish out that inning.
Winners know how to finish.
Yeah.
And Max Fried, I think, is a winner. So let me ask you this.
Well, he was asked at the end of the game, like, did you still have gas in the tank? And he said yes. So that's all I need to know.
What
You
about
should have left him in?
What about on the flippy dip of it? Yeah, I said flippy dip.
Well, that's the proper sports term, I think.
Yeah. On the flippy dip of it, Crochet 117 pitches, and isn't the fun fact his 117th pitch
I call
was
it the Sergio flippy dip.
Isn't that was his fastest pitch? So Crochet was dealing, and they left him in to get through 7 2/3. So that right there is the difference. All right, question number 2 for you, Mr. Yankees fan.
Well, let me answer number 1.
Yeah.
Analytics, Aaron Boone just playing it safe, thinking that Fried was laboring, but really Fried had gas in the tank. You let him get to a point where he needed some relief. I don't think he needed it at that point. So that's the answer to number 1.
Question 2. Was Aaron Judge, the MVP runner-up, in my opinion, was he not moving fast to that ball in a non-hustle move, or is he just not there? Is he just physically really not ready? Arm, legs, everything. Like he looked like he dilly-dallied to that base hit, and the Red Sox leg out a double when that was a single. That was a single in right field.
It was a hustle play. It was a smart play, knowing that Aaron Judge can't throw the way he used to because he's coming off an injury. He threw that ball back 73 miles per hour. If he'd thrown it 83 miles per hour like he did previously, just 10 miles per hour more, he would have been out at second. But again, it wasn't a matter of lollygagging.
Well, do you remember?
I think it was a matter of just not having that gun and the Red Sox seizing the moment and taking advantage of that. I give props to the Red Sox for playing to their advantages.
Monty, Danny G, did it feel like it was a little lollygagging? Not just to throw, like just getting to the ball, like,
It did, but I understand what Covino is saying. It's more like we know he can do it. So it's hard to believe that he was just lollygagging. I think it has more to do with he can't do it, and he made the smart play
and
in the moment.
What did your Dodgers say in the postseason last year? We're going to expose the Yankees and their lack of fundamentals and hustle at times, right?
Yes.
It was about putting the ball in play and letting them beat themselves.
It was a lot about that.
All right, now the last question. Now this is the most important one. I listen to you talk about the Yankees every day, off of the air more than on the air. I mean, Covino's the most diehard guy, watches 162 games. He could be out to a nice dinner with his girlfriend, and he's got his phone watching the Yankees, in June, game 70-something.
It's my only joy, Rich. Let me have it.
Well, I hope your joy extends beyond today. You talked last week, Danny G, do you remember Covino saying, bro, impact player, I'm going to call it now. Yo, Ben Rice, Arroz, and you doing your little scooping ball thing. Not in the starting lineup, and I'm glad everyone's laughing because you were all about, Ben Arroz, Rice.
There were 2 Yankees that should have been.
And a guy that didn't even want to show his face to the reporters after the game because he was probably aggravated. A 30-30 guy, you leave a 30-30 star out of the lineup. Where was Jazz Chisholm? Stars. Where was Ben Rice? I ask because
talk about getting way too cute.
I wrote it down here. Yankees getting cutesy. I know Ahmed Rosario because he was a Met. I know he went on to play for the Guardians, maybe even the Nationals.
Met Rosario. Beat it with him.
So Rosario, when I saw him in the box score, I was like, oh, am I looking at the right game?
Well, simple answer.
He had 30 at-bats for the Yankees this year, and you put him in game 1 of the wild card? What are you doing, Aaron Boone?
Simple answer, not the right answer. I don't agree with it, but I can answer the question. Now, to back up Rich's point, the Yankees benched 57 home runs and 145 RBI by leaving Chisholm and Rice out of the lineup. How do you do that in a 3-game series? The answer is simple: analytics. You're letting nerds ruin baseball.
Danny, you guys,
because it's the lefty. Crochet is a dominant lefty pitcher, so they were going lefty-righty matchup. So the Yankees were stacking their right-handed bats and taking Jazz Chisholm and Ben Rice out of the lineup as a result. So that's really it. That really answers the question, because even I'm scratching my noggin. Rosario barely started a game for the Yankees all season, but he's there because he's a right-handed hitter in that moment, and he's not a bad defensive replacement.
Danny, you're lucky the Dodgers are facing a righty tonight, because if you're facing a lefty, you might want to sit Ohtani, right?
Makes
Never.
absolutely
do you realize
no
never.
sense.
Yeah, how do you expect to win with 2 of your biggest bats out of the lineup? It's a travesty.
No, you're right. Former Yankee Clint Frazier tweeted this. Leave it up to the dorks to F, he put the whole word, the game up. Just use your eyes and make a lineup with your gut. Ben Rice and Jazz Chisholm are too good to sit out a must-win playoff game.
And I couldn't agree more, and here's why analytics don't work. Well, 2 reasons. It's an obvious one, but I'll give Big Mike the credit because he did point this out. Mike, who runs this place? He has wisdom, man. We'll discuss that later.
Never heard of him.
When dealing with analytics, they don't work in a 3-game playoff because that's the average of a 162-game season, right? It's not going to work in that little series.
You think Big Mike came up with this thought?
No, I'm just giving point number 1. Point number 2, analytics don't cover intangibles. Do they have it in the moment? Are they in a good zone? And that's why you put Weaver in there and he blows it. Analytics don't know that he's just not in the moment right now. And that
do they have a hot bat? Are they coming out of the bullpen where their last couple appearances they've struggled?
Are they good in these type of pressure moments? It doesn't cover the human element. And that's what's ruining the game. And that's why Boone is making these decisions. And it's not just Boone. It's your stupid Mets. And it's your Dodgers too, Danny G. And you know it. And that's your problem with Dave Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
Except, the players step up. Now, am I mad at Aaron Boone? Yes. Do I hate the Yankees? Yes. Will I love them after today? I hope so. But the truth is, it's both to blame. And when I say both to blame, I mean Aaron Boone and his stupid analytics. I think he blew the game by taking Fried out and having that weak-ass lineup in there and not making certain moves when I thought they should have been made. I thought you should pinch run Goldschmidt in the 9th, to be honest, when you had Dominguez still on the bench.
Wait, you mean Goldschmidt who has cinder blocks for feet?
Exactly. And I get that run really didn't matter, but put some pressure on that sweaty a-hole Chapman, who I can't stand, and Bregman and his stupid face. I hate the Red Sox. So I think Boone blew it, but I also think that the bullpen and Big G blew it.
Don't blow it, Boone.
Yeah, so
don't blow it, Boone.
I hate to give you the boring answer, like, hey, man, do you blame the players or do you blame the manager? It's both. Boone made the moves, and they didn't come through. So, yeah, Weaver stunk it up. Giancarlo Stanton was in a big moment. And the biggest heartbreak of the night is you have the bases loaded with no outs, and you can't push one run across. That's disgusting. Unless they change it up quick, they're going home tonight. I wanted to vomit last night. That's really it. I'm so upset about it. But it wasn't just about the Yankees, but everyone's talking about analytics today, and it really is what's ruining the game. And last night was a classic example of that.
I mean, ruining the game is extreme. Ruining these macros. It's the micro versus the macro. And when I say micro, I don't mean your favorite dirty jobs guy.
I love micro.
And I'm not talking about micro. I'm not talking about micros and Spot's talking about his macros and micros in his diet.
What about my pet crow, my crow? I said this joke like a week ago.
That's so dumb.
Sam, play a rim shot on yourself.
He doubled down. I applaud the fact that he told that bad joke twice.
He's like a stand-up comic.
I can't help it.
He's like, oh, that didn't work at Chuckles. Let me try it at Laughers down the block. So
let me try it on a radio network.
Yeah, we only have 350 affiliates. So I look at it like
analytics don't work in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, over 162 games, analytics will work, right? But that's the big picture. That's the macro. In the micro, when you talk about a 3-game series, Covino's right. Who's swinging a hot bat? Who's cold out of the bullpen? Where's their head out now?
Who's good in these moments? There's always a guy like Volpe, for example. I guarantee you analytics would have said, sit this guy out of the game. But he's great in the playoffs, and he came in big yesterday. Home run, another single when it mattered.
Who makes that call, by the way? And I ask that because even though my Mets have nothing to do right now because they're irrelevant, a lot of people are speculating Carlos Mendoza was not fired because he wasn't even the guy really making decisions. So how do you fire a guy that wasn't even making the lineup? Do you think that
it's the revenge of the nerds?
Do you think it's your boy Aaron Boone, or do you think Cashman is making the phone call before the game and he's
it's a team of goobers.
Do you think Steinbrenner's and Cashman and everyone's calling and saying, we talked to the nerds, Aaron?
Yes.
What did they say?
Spot, what was the name of their band? What was the name of that band that they had in Revenge of the Nerds with that corny synthesizer song? Did they have
the
a
electric
name?
violin?
Yeah,
that?
No, they didn't have a name though.
They
were just the Trilams.
Yeah, they call them up and they're like, "Here's what we think you should do based on the statistics." Nerds! And that's why you get the results that you got. If Aaron Boone would just take a stand, I don't believe he did in that moment. I believe that Fried had more in him. I think you let him finish out that inning. Then you start the next inning with Weaver. You might have a different story, but here's the thing. It's a bunch of would-haves, could-haves, should-haves,
if it
and
works
did-haves.
out, it looks smart.
And
But
that's what sucks
yeah,
about it.
I just think it's wild, though.
But you don't
that-
sit Jazz and Rice, and that's why Jazz ignored the media yesterday, and it was a bad look. And Boone responded to that. He said, "Yeah, I saw it, but all I need for him to do is kick some ass today." And yeah, this is what they do.
Hey, nerds!
Yes.
This is it. This is exactly what I wanted. Thank you. This is what they're doing right now, calculating.
Oh, it says here that, it says play Austin Wells against Crochet.
Hey, nerds, but Ahmed Rosario's only had 30 at-bats for the Yankees.
Oh, you gotta go righty-lefty matchup. Oh, it says here in the analytics, Rosario is much better against the left-handed pitcher. Ooh,
Yeah, but Rosario hasn't played at all this year.
Ben Rice
but
is
it
hot,
says
though.
right here.
Yes, that's why it sucks. That's why you're not using your gut and your instinct, and that's ruining the game. And I hate to sound cliche because I know I'm not the first guy to say that, but yesterday was the prime example of what we're talking about. If you were sitting there wondering why that made no sense, that's why.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask Monty and Danny G, who I know were watching their Dodgers last night. Dodgers who were just outclassing the Reds, 100%. But was there a party that's like, well, we did score 10 runs, and this team is stacked, and they're a World Series favorite, I'm sure. Is there a party that's like, well, that bullpen's not going to fly against the Phillies or the Brewers
course.
or the Yankees or the
course.
Red Sox? Like, yo,
I think you don't even have to ask us.
Yeah.
it just
Like,
seems
of
to me like,
course.
but I'd only imagine like, who's the guy you bring in all the time? Hold on, don't tell me. I gotta call him. It's the guy that I'm always like, why do they keep bringing this guy in? Because I don't watch the Dodgers the way you guys do.
You forgot about him when he had to turn around and go back to the bullpen, remember?
Vesia.
Yes.
I knew it was going to be Vesia.
Why do you guys love Vesia? Why do you guys keep going to Vesia?
He's inconsistent. There's been times where he'll close games out, or at least he'll set it
I
up
know
very
why.
nicely.
They make that phone call to those nerds again, and they go back to
Oh.
that control room, and they're listening to that music, and they're like,
It says here Vesia is.
I mean,
Absolutely. I think
I mean-
that's a big part
mean,
of it,
his-
and
his-
what Danny G said.
his whip is under 1, and his ERA was 3. But I just feel like Vesia in key spots. There are guys there are inning eaters, and there's guys that in key spots. And I feel like
there have been bigger culprits in the Dodgers bullpen
Absolutely.
than Vesia.
dude,
Trust
we
me.
saw it in the 8th inning yesterday.
there was a point
what
where
was
like,
going on
the
there?
game was never in danger, but there was a point where I'm like, wow, the Reds are a grand slam away from being
Well-
like
They
within
really,
a run,
they
you know,
had the tying run
in the
on
back,
deck.
on deck, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Crowd was
why?
not feeling that, by the way.
Because Roberts was just wanting to eat those innings up.
Yeah, he didn't want to waste the bullpen.
He didn't want to waste Sheehan either. You saw
Right.
Sheehan.
Or Roki Sasaki.
Right,
And
and
you know
Dodger
what?
fans were like, just put Sheehan in first, but they didn't want to do that. They wanted to try to
Yep.
eat up some of those innings.
And it was the right move because
Ultimately, because
moving-
they won.
Yeah, because moving forward, you're going to use your key guys, and actually some of your starters will move to the pen in those
Right.
long relief situations. But when you're beating the lowly Reds, who I can't make fun of because they're better than my lowlier Mets.
I think it's kind of
But-
nice to see the Reds in the playoffs.
I don't
though.
think
It
it is
is.
at
They're
all.
just happy to be there.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't think it's nice. Terry Francona's a G, but the Reds stink. The Reds don't deserve
They're
to be there.
not. They're not that
They
bad.
don't deserve to be there.
Well, they do.
Were, if my,
Your Mets were a dumpster fire.
listen,
so
if my Mets were
why
there,
are you mad at
I
them?
would say the same thing.
No, actually,
An 80
I disagree with you,
a
Rich.
team
I
that's-
mean, they deserve to be there. They got there.
They got there,
No,
and
no.
yeah, your Mets should have been there.
I'm not saying the Mets should be there. They blew it. But I'm saying any team that's 83-79, 4 games over 500 after 162, doesn't really deserve to move on in any level. This is bad. This
I mean,
is
it's not
practice.
a charity. They are there because they have that record.
yeah,
They're
It's not like they
outclassed.
did it as sort of some sort of like sympathy
You
thing.
ever
I
see-
feel
you
like
ever-
that
you
was
ever-
the Diamondbacks record
you ever-
the year that they went
You
to
ever,
the.
you ever see the you ever see the movie? I believe it's Grown Ups or Grown Ups 2, and there was like a water park scene. There's like 2 hotties in bikinis and like 1 nerd girl, and people use it as a meme.
No, weren't they
Yes,
like the
I know what
daughters?
you're talking about.
They were the daughters.
Was it the
weren't they?
daughters? Like someone in Grown Ups has like 3 daughters, and 2 are
Yeah.
smoke shows, and 1's like a nerd.
Yeah.
That to me, like that's
Rob
like
Schneider. Rob Schneider's character.
Rob Schneider. He has 2 hot daughters and 1 like
yes.
yeah, sweet Robbie Schneider.
Yeah.
Well, if that meme, which we've all seen, it's like Phillies, Dodgers, and then the nerdy like unworthy daughter is the Reds.
What about the 2 dragons that look all fierce, and then there's like the weird looking one that's like got the weird
You ever see the
goober face?
They have all these memes. You ever see the one that's like a fitness competition? It's like ripped, oiled up like hunky dudes, and one like guy with a dad bod.
Oh,
That's
you
the
mean
Reds.
your phone wallpaper?
No, my last pool party.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, look, that was another weird game of analytics. And I hate to bore you with that word in this conversation, but it's a matter – here's what's ruining baseball, even though it's very close, very tight, and very exciting all at the same time.
I don't think anything's ruining it.
I think analytics are ruining the game because you're losing that gut feeling, that gut move, the manager doing his job. You're leaving it to the nerds. It's not helping the game. Nerds don't belong there in this situation, not in these small-time 3-game series that we're seeing. But it's also a matter of players not coming through.
Nerds!
So, yes, both could be true. Analytics suck, and certain players suck in big moments. Nerds! And we'll see if it happens any different in a half hour from now for the New York Yankees. Let's hope so.
Well, it looks like
right now the Padres are in the lead.
It looks like baseball's giving us exactly what we want because we're looking at the first 2 series are going to Game 3s tomorrow, unless, of course, the Cubbies have a comeback over the last 7 outs of the game. But right now, Dylan Cease started. It came out early. I don't know if they were trying to save him for an emergency situation. He threw 60-something pitches. So Padres, Cubbies, likely Game 3 tomorrow. Tigers, Guardians, Game 3 tomorrow. Hopefully for you, Yankees, Red Sox, Game 3 tomorrow. The only one that won't be, the Dodgers just going to embarrass the Reds tonight just to make me feel better about it.
And by the way, here's my hot. I know you don't come here for hot takes. You just come for our Rich's hot buns. I know you're not here for the hot takes, but my hot take is I just don't like Alex Bregman's face. I think he's stupid. I don't like his stupid face. But my point in bringing that up is
I don't think he would like your face either.
You can't let that guy – you know the guys that you can't let beat you, right? You know that heading into the game. He's the guy that we can't let beat us. And then you let him beat you. Can't let that happen again tonight.
Right, well, we'll talk a little more wild card. But, of course, it's NFL. We're talking Week 5. I have an AFC North theory we're going to get to.
Thought you had a Peter North theory.
No, not for this show.
That's what I heard.
And we're going to talk some 49ers only because I don't know if anyone's actually suiting up on Thursday. We'll get to more NFL, some baseball all coming up. Covino and Rich. One of those nights where my family was just all in the living room, chilling out. We let our kids stay up a little later because they were sort of watching the football game and sort of learning the game a little bit more last night. They both seemed sort of locked in, Cowboys, Packers. My wife's family, Packers fans. So they're watching, and I'm explaining, like, see the yellow line? That's a first down. They get 4 chances to get 10 yards. I'm like doing the dad instructional. And of all games, I'm trying to teach them about the rules. It's a damn tie. And then I had to think to myself, well, do I have any real feelings about a tie? And I think I'm going to defend the tie today. I'm going to defend the bolo tie because I think it's a cool look. Remember Phillip Rivers would rock the bolo tie? I'm going to defend the tie in football because I think what it does to the standings is awesome. Because at the end of the year, if you're OCD about seeing what team is where, now the Packers are probably going to be like 11, 5-1, 10-6-1, the 12-4. Yeah, that one is going to really mess up that North. But do you think there's something really crappy about 2 teams battling 4 quarters plus overtime, and it's 40-40, and they both walk away like, eh?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
How do you fix it, though? We talked about this for years. And my solution is simple. Dan Beyer, add 5 minutes.
Yes.
Each team got the ball, and it seems like each team with the legit possession equals about 10 minutes. If you had 5 more minutes left in that overtime period, just make it another quarter, 15 minutes. I think someone urgently moves the ball down the field and at least tries a winning field goal. I think 10 minutes is just designed for a tie in a weird way.
It 100% is. And previously, I think they were just trying to get the game over with on the first score that wins the game. And then you do the thing where you're like, okay, well, now it's got to be both teams have first touchdown wins the game. So if you kick a field goal, that lent it to, all right, we're gonna have more ties, because they did. There were multiple ties in previous seasons under the old rule of field goal does not win it for you. Touchdown wins it for you. There were more ties. Now with this, they never changed the period length. Adding 5 more minutes to the quarter would be a huge, huge difference, because it just doesn't make any sense to have it this way when if you are going to have a field goal drive, it's probably going to be about 4 to 5 minutes, especially, too, if one of the teams is always going for it on fourth down if they need to, because they have to tie the game because they're trailing at that point.
And like you said, the length of a drive in that situation is about 4 to 5 minutes. Do that 2 times, you match field goals, it's a tie. My team hasn't tied in a long time. I would love to hear from a Packers fan or a Cowboys fan. How are you feeling today? Is it like, because you're not, your football team does determine your mood. I'm a little sour today. My Mets lost and the Niners lost. So today I woke up and I'm like, yeah, sort of feel a little like ass. If your team ties, do you feel good about that? Like after the game, even when the players were bro hugging and the coaches were shaking hands, it almost feels like an odd, like, when you're at a blackjack table and you're like, sweet, I got a 20, and the dealer flips a 20 and you're like, oh.
Well, it was better for Packers fans than running out of time there at the end with that pass that went out of bounds.
No,
because that would have been a disaster.
They're so lucky that ball immediately went down.
The 1 second to go. I just think ties happen so infrequent. Like was a couple years ago we had like 2 or 3 in a season, but I think you just sort of move on and deal with it because they happen infrequently enough that most of the time you do have a winner and a loser. But it happens. And it is a weird feeling. It's like you have to tell your kids this one like thing that happens that doesn't happen very often, but you have to explain it, and you're like, well, it's like not a win or a loss. It's a tie. It's a draw.
I don't know. I mean, I like it because, again, I feel like it's at the end of the season, it's always fun because it messes up your playoff positions and standings and rankings. Just for all you know, towards the end of the year, the Lions and Packers, they might be battling, and it's like, ooh, that half a game is either going to work for or against the Packers. So you're right, better than a loss, but do we think ties stink?
Yeah.
Bolaños.
Yeah.
Let the rhythm take you over,
Bolaños. Monty Bolaños is with us today. Bolaños. Do you know that Iowa Sam asked me, Monty, if I got Montezuma's revenge while I was in Mexico?
He's full of like ridiculous puns today.
Yes.
Oh, I can't.
And I said, no, Sam, I did not get Montezuma's revenge.
I bet that's such like an 80s thing. Like, don't Don't drink the water. Like,
I think it's still a thing.
I don't think it's a
other
thing 'cause
countries.
everything's filtered, and
I don't know.
Maybe it just depends.
My
Oh.
sister went to Colombia and she said she wasn't right for a week after that.
Yeah, no.
Who said
boy.
this?
My sister went to Colombia.
Oh, jeez.
So that's Iowa Sam. We got Danny G, super producer Danny G, pumped about his Dodgers on the phones at 877-99 on Fox. Of course, Monty's a big Dodgers fan as well. She's here with your updates in a few minutes. We got Mike's Wednesday Words of Wisdom, your chance to win some prizes if you could repeat it verbatim. And Midweek Major, the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture. We decide here on the show if those stories are mid, like the kiddos say, weak, or chopped, or whatever they're saying nowadays, or major.
Definitely major.
So I'm Covino. It's good to be back. That's Rich.
You know, we'll talk more baseball later. I do want to ask, like, when you see a team in any sport struggling with injuries and conditioning,
Struggling.
do you ever say, "Oh, it's coincidental," or is it always in your mind the problem of the training staff?
Huh. Well, it depends. Does it seem to be an issue like with your Mets for years and years and years?
I'm talking about the
I feel
49ers.
like your Mets are just cursed.
As we go into Thursday Night Football,
Could be.
Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, Brock Purdy, that point spread went from 4.5 to 6.5 to now 7.5. This was supposed to be an NFC West battle here in L.A. Thursday night. It was supposed to be what people watch because everyone assumes the Dodgers are going to wrap it up tonight, and tomorrow you don't have to worry about Dodger baseball. Out here in Los Angeles, Rams-Niners, that's a good Thursday night game. 2 3-1 teams. And now it looks like the 49ers are going to take an L unless, of course, Mac Jones and Christian McCaffrey control everything and they, control the clock and sort of try to that defense. Robert Saleh's got his work cut out for him with that Rams offense. Like, I don't know. Like
49ers might be ass or buns, as the kids say.
I don't know. Do you realize how depleted that team is? Ayuk's not back for a while.
So your theory
Kittle,
is the
Purdy,
training staff. Is that what you're saying?
Does it fall on them at some point? Like,
yeah, I mean, we've seen that before. Something in conditioning isn't right, or it might not be right.
I hate when those primetime games, even when it's not my team, I hate when it looks like such a great matchup on paper, and then it happens, and you're like, oh, key players are injured, so it loses its like primetime pizzazz. Thursday night was supposed to be a good one, so we'll see. Maybe the Niners could hang in there. Only time will tell. Going to be a defensive obstacle for Robert Saleh, who, by the way, did you see he was fighting with the Jags head coach? Is that over yet, or what?
Yeah.
Did they hug it out?
Saleh said he thinks he chose the wrong words.
Stealing signs, right? Yeah.
Duval.
When you saw those two fighting, if you don't know what we're talking about, after the Niners-Jags game, defensive coordinator and former Jets head coach Robert Saleh and the Jags head coach Liam Cohen were having words. And Robert Saleh's the type of guy that could break you in half, and Liam Cohen's the type of guy that is a nerd.
I wouldn't mess with Saleh.
So to
he
me,
reminds me of Emotep.
So when Liam Cohen is like, "God, keep my name out of your mouth," I think Robert Saleh, I don't even know if you needed some John Boy lip reading. I think he's like, "I will break you." Didn't he say something like almost like Ivan Drago like?
Yeah, something like "I'll break you in half."
I'll break you in half.
What?
Yeah.
Is that really what he said?
Yeah, I must break you.
Yeah, that's what people were saying that were trying to read his lips.
Did he say if he dies, he dies?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I just find that
That's hardcore.
Wasn't one side accusing the other of sign stealing?
Yeah, Robert Saleh said maybe he used the wrong words, but saying that there's certain teams that are picking up on signals. Listen, it's not sign stealing if it's legally done. If you're just picking up on other teams' cues and stuff, that's just, I think, part of any game, right? Like when a guy's on second
agree with
base.
that.
When a
I
guy's
think
on
that's just
second
part of
base, have you seen guys balk on purpose just to move the runner from second to third in a non-key situation
Yeah.
just because it's like,
To me, if you're so easily giving it up, whether it be baseball or football, yeah, it's just part of the game.
get a more complex system. I don't know the intricacies. I just thought it was funny that a nerd like Liam Cohen said, like, keep my name out of your mouth. And then Robert Saleh, I think, did say something to the effect of, I must break you.
I think he said, I will find you and I will kill you.
Something like that.
Some sort of Liam Neeson.
Robert Saleh could have
stuff.
pulled, you see that viral clip where the bouncer, who's going to probably end up in jail, headlocked that kid and put his head through a car window?
No.
Were you still traveling back?
Yeah, I was.
Robert,
What happened now?
I was doing the backstroke in a cenote when that
you know what?
happened.
I'll show you that during the break. Maybe I'll post on our Instagram story. But right now, it's time to go to Monty for an update.
Oh, you mean Bolaños? Hey, Monty.
Yeah. It goes, Bolaños, let the update take you over, Bolaños. That's how it goes. Thank you to Jonas Knox
shout
for
out
that
Jonas.
one. Yeah. So, guys, we've got October baseball. Yes, October baseball. The Guardians have forced a game 3. They outscored the Tigers already 6-1, scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, capped off by a 3-run shot from Bo Naylor. So, game 3 tomorrow for sure. Is that the second 2 greatest words in sports? Game 7, but then it's game 3. Not game 5. Game 3.
Game 3.
Game 3 is more exciting.
Ooh, game 3.
Yes, because anything can happen. Anything can happen, especially in the wild card. So, who is also likely going to have another game 3? Likely Padres and Cubs, because San Diego is up right now 3-0. It is the bottom of the 8th inning.
Let's hear it
Manny
for the game
Machado.
threes.
Yes, a game 3. Manny Machado with a 2-run shot extending San Diego's lead. And of course, we still have 2 more game 3s. Red Sox and Yankees, that's at 6 Eastern. Reds and Dodgers, that is at 9 Eastern. News out of the NFL other than the 49ers have nobody playing on Thursday against the Rams. The Browns are benching quarterback Joe Flacco, starting rookie Dylan Gabriel for Sunday's game in London against the Vikings, and Joe Flacco is still going to be the backup. Commanders head coach Dan Quinn confirmed that quarterback Jaden Daniels has been medically cleared to return. He's going to be a full participant in today's practice. And Chargers head coach John Harbaugh announced that Joe Alt with that high ankle sprain is doubtful to play this week. Cardinals running back Trey Benson underwent arthroscopic surgery on his meniscus. He's going to be out about 4 to 6 weeks. Back to you guys.
Of course he is. He's on my fantasy team.
Of course he is. I got chopped, Covino.
What do you mean?
From the Guillotine League. I got chopped.
Wait, so we have 2 losers on this show?
You do. And you know what? We're the prettier losers.
That's right.
Out of this show, so.
Hell yeah.
Man.
So, ha.
Pretty little losers.
Pretty little losers.
You too.
Yes.
You said guillotine, Monty?
Yeah, I got you. That's me.
Sorry to hear that, Monty.
Thank you. It's okay.
What was
It's
what was
okay.
your problem? Who did you have?
Nobody.
Covino had Josh Allen, and the 1 week Josh Allen put up no numbers. Covino got knocked out.
Yeah, I lost by like 2 points, but I think Lad McConkey was really, really quiet, and he was one of my higher picks, and then I think I also have Baker Mayfield in that league, and he was all right. I know, by like 2 points.
Nice knowing you in the league. Give us your $40.
Yeah,
all right,
I know.
Later, Mons. Good
Bye.
talking to you, buddy. 3-0 Cubbies down to the Padres right now.
No, I like the battling. Going on. I doubt the Reds are going to have the same fate, but it'd be cool.
You know, I mentioned something yesterday.
Nothing against your Dodgers. I think the Dodgers got it in the bag. You know what's odd about them, too? Their hitting's so contagious, it makes me want to vomit. I feel like that Teoscar Hernandez sees the ball like a beach ball in the playoffs. Shohei doing big things in big moments. Everyone starts hitting. It's gross.
Well,
The problem is the bullpen comes in
Yeah.
and walking the opposing batters becomes contagious.
No, but it's so.
No, but
But if they can get a 6-7 run lead in every game,
well, the problem is that we talk about it. There's a lot of teams in Major League Baseball that have a good top of the lineup, even non-playoff teams. We talked about like my Mets with Lindor and Soto and Pete, and Yankees and Padres and Tigers. Everyone's got a good few at the top. I just hate the fact that the Dodgers, you get to the bottom of that lineup, and it's like Edman, Will Smith, like guys that could still beat you.
You
Like,
can tell that they just see the ball so well, and they make such good contact when they're in their zone. And it feels like they're in their zone right at the right time, right where they left off in the postseason last year, because those bats were hot last night. So good luck to the Reds if they could even steal one, just to make it exciting. I think the Dodgers are going to win either way.
I know we got a break, but yesterday when you weren't here, I talked about how there's got to be something, like all these injuries in football and baseball have to be almost because, and this wasn't a high thought, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, but players have just gotten too big, strong, and fast where their bodies aren't, like they just can't handle the speed, size, and strength of the games, right?
You know what it makes me think of? When you love this reference because I bring it up a lot. When Daniel Jones had that breakaway and his body just couldn't keep up with what his mind wanted to do.
Yeah, like because I was just saying
Remember when he fell on himself?
The reliever on the Padres just threw a 103-mile-an-hour fastball followed by a 90-mile-an-hour slider. Like, how as a hitter do you adjust to a 103-mile-an-hour fastball and then a 90-mile-an-hour cutter And then how is that guy's? Oh, this guy's going to get Tommy John in the next year or so.
Yeah, bodies can only handle so much, man.
So, all right, well, hey, we got
so much
more Covino and Rich hanging on Fox Sports Radio next. But we got to talk about Bad Bunny because, my goodness, the social media reaction. Danny G, I was watching just like you Sunday Night Football, and they so casually, like Mike Tirico.
Yeah.
Like, I did not know this was coming. Tirico's like, and coming up next, we're going to find out who the halftime show is. And I'm like, oh, damn. Like, Tirico was just holding that in his pocket, huh? And there he is, Bad Bunny, sitting on a goalpost with a straw hat. And everyone's like, wait, what? Bad Bunny?
He was carrying a golf bag, too. It was weird.
Bad Bunny,
He's still caddying for Happy Gilmore.
Otherwise known as Happy Gilmore's caddy, is an international superstar. Let's not be naive, but let's not also make it seem like everyone knows Bad Bunny. It's a very interesting choice by Jay-Z, Roger Goodell in the NFL. I think we could say interesting choice. Now, here's my thought. My initial thought was, what about Taylor Swift? Because we had all those little breadcrumbs, those Easter eggs of sourdough and 60 and all this. Like, ooh, Super Bowl 60. And then Metallica. And then you heard rumors last week like Adele. And then we were all thinking, oh, she's too slow. Like, she's got a great voice and great songs, but not Adele. And then you heard Post Malone. And then over the weekend, there were internet rumors that Miley's close to signing the contract. I had not heard. Am I wrong by saying no one else heard Bad Bunny's name even in the conversation?
They kept it under wraps.
That was the most under wraps anything's been kept because I didn't hear a thing, a peep about Bad Bunny. Now, let me tell you, when Covino and I worked over at ESPN, we worked very closely with a lot of the people that work for ESPN Deportes. To say that Bad Bunny is a superstar is an understatement. You just must not have many Latino friends or know anyone that speaks Spanish. This guy's an international star. But here's the question. Is it the right act for the Super Bowl? 877-99 on Fox. If you want to chime in, that's one of our things that made you go, week 4. I look at it this way. We often neglect to realize when something's not meant for us, right? Let's say you're let's be honest, middle-aged white guy who loves football and you're going to watch no matter what. They got you hooked. You're watching the Super Bowl and everything involved with the NFL playoffs. You're watching Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays, Sunday nights. You're locked in. They got you. They don't need to get you anymore. So it's very clear that last year, with Kendrick Lamar and this year with Bad Bunny, they are shooting younger. They're going for different ethnic backgrounds. They're going global. The NFL playing games in Ireland and Spain and Mexico. The game's expanding. The fan base is trying to expand. So Bad Bunny, to me, is just a clear indication that, you're not the demo they're going after. You're locked in, middle-aged white guy. And I'm in that group. If they wanted middle-aged white guy, if they wanted to super serve the 40 to 60-year-old dude, yeah, Metallica is the answer. But they're going after the younger generation. So this is definitely a pick for the younger people. And, hey, you know what? I think it is funny how we overanalyze what's going to end up being 15 to 20 minutes of your life 6 months from now. I think we'll be okay. I think it'll be fun. Bad Bunny, you know there's going to be hot dancers. You know he's going to put on a show. You just may not understand anything he says. But you know what? Hey, you have a few months to do some Rosetta Stone. Learn a little more Spanish if you're too worried about it.
It's the first of the month. Postseason, go season. Spooky season has begun, as I always say. Make sure you take your trip to City Field. Isn't that a Spirit Halloween now?
You know,
go to Spirit Halloween and get something early, or else you're going to be generic baseball player. You don't want to be Aaron Smudge for Halloween, do you?
So let me tell you this.
You don't want to be the weakest guy at the Halloween party. Get something now.
You know how our parents fall for AI stuff all the time?
Yeah.
My mom will send me clips, and I'm like, Mom, are you serious? And by the way, if you missed yesterday's show, we played Will Rich's Mom Know,
which is great.
Which is so much fun. You can catch that on the pod. Will your boomer parents know the answer to things? I'll tell you what they...
You know what's interesting about that game? I've been working with Rich for 20 years. I don't think Rich's mom knew me when she saw me in the lobby the other day. So she's like, is that you? I'm like, yeah, it's me, Marianne. Do I look different?
So my mom sent me a picture of City Field with a Spirit Halloween sign, and she's like, Richie, is this true? I'm like, yes, Mom. They turned City Field into a costume shop.
Rich, my point wasn't to make a bad joke about City Field.
Yeah.
It's about getting a costume early.
Yeah.
Buying some Halloween candy early. Because no one wants your weak-ass circus peanuts, your big orange peanuts. No one wants your leftover fruit. No one wants your pennies in a cellophane wrapper. And don't be the weak-ass house that's not participating. Have some fun this holiday season. How about that?
Nothing worse than when you walk your kid around trick-or-treating and they knock on a door. Like, no one answers. Like,
yeah,
dude, one day a year,
house.
Give my kid a little Kit Kat or something. Anyway.
And being postseason, go season, Rich, let me just give you one crazy stat before the play of the day.
All right.
I saw this in a meme, so it has to be true. It's actually from The Athletic. If you're wondering how rare the Yankees' ninth inning was last night, it's because it never happened before. The Yankees are the first team in MLB postseason history to have bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the ninth and not score a run and lose the game. It was kind of gross.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh,
kind of gross.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I know. Like, I'm not saying that anyone should have sympathy for the Yankees or Yankees fans or me in particular, but it was wild to see last night. So they deserve to lose. You can't win the game with one run.
Well,
not against the Red Sox.
Your pal, Chappie, Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah.
Who is the owner, by the way, of the record, fastest pitch ever thrown in Major League Baseball history, 105.8 miles an hour. Had his way with you guys.
Yeah, he did.
He really did. He owns the Yanks.
But guess what?
What?
It's not our Tire Rack play of the day.
What is?
Shohei Ohtani hit 2 bombs.
Oh, man.
On a 1-1, Ohtani hits a towering ball.
Oh!
Deep right field. He flips the bat and watches it fly. 3/4 of the way up the pavilion. Just a mammoth blast for his second home run, and the Dodgers are pouring it on in Game 1.
I know where that ball landed. Right in my buddy's Andy's seat. My buddy hit me up. He goes, I went to get a coffee because the game was sort of out of reach. I step away, and everyone in the section goes, the ball landed where you were, which is the worst feeling. That's courtesy of AM 570, Dodgers Audio Network. That was our Tire Rack play of the day. Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, all at TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
The only thing worse than your buddy Andy's story is when you leave the party, and that's when all the hot chicks come.
Usually does.
Yeah.
The girls never came. All right, so, hey, listen, we got more coming up here on Covino and Rich. We got Mike's Words of Wisdom. We'll talk some NFL, Spots Midweek Major, all right here on Fox Sports Radio. Don't go anywhere.
I think it's the debate that's sweeping the nation right now, and I just don't get it. Remember in the movie Big? I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
What don't you get?
I don't understand how people's hate of the Yankees is really clouding their logic, their common sense. Aaron Judge is your MVP. I don't care how many home runs Cal Raleigh hits. He's having a magical season. I think Cal Raleigh's great for Seattle. Congrats on their victory yesterday. Congrats on his 2 home runs. By the way, Judge also hit 2 home runs yesterday. Are you guys failing to realize that Judge leads the MLB in almost every other category? Guess how many categories Cal Raleigh leads the MLB in? 1 home runs. If that was the be-all, end-all, why didn't Judge win the MVP in 2017 when you gave it to Altuve? That turd. Get out of here.
You keep forgetting there's a whole other side of the game. I don't know, defense, catcher.
Where Judge is also pretty stellar Incubus style.
Hold on, I just saw a
He's
stat.
stellar in the outfield. You're acting like this guy's some sort of schlub. He made one error last year, and everyone keeps bringing that up. I got so many reasons as to why it's so clearly Judge. I need to understand why you think it's Cal Raleigh, because he hit 60 home runs?
Honestly, you defending Judge, it's like fighting with my wife about something where I know I'm not going to win.
It's not. It's ridiculous. It's the debate that's sort of dividing the country right now. And you know what? It's better than late night TV and politics or anything else. So we might as well lean into it.
I'll be honest, this is way more fun to argue about. Judge has played 40% of his games this year at the DH position, which means he has done nothing.
Because he was hurt and he still dominated. He still led the team.
And when he's in the field, not a Gold Glover, and Cal Raleigh, not only a Gold Glover last year, he was a Platinum Glover, which means the best overall defender. So,
wait, but did you hear what I said before about Judge leading the major leagues in everything? Major leagues.
Oh, major league.
Cal Raleigh leads the AL in RBI, not the major leagues. He leads the major leagues in home runs, and that's it. And you know what? And people kissing his dumper. People kissing his ass.
Well, that's a pretty sweet
dumper. People
dumper.
hate the Yankees so much. You're letting it get in the way of the actual truth, which is Aaron Judge is so exceptional and so great. You should be embracing his greatness, not trying to tear him down just to lift up Cal Raleigh. It's the conversation that just keeps going on and on and on. And again, people just want to ignore the stats and hate on the Yankees. That's really it. And, of course, Judge fatigue, which we pointed out throughout the week. What are your thoughts,
Your
man?
thoughts, Mr.
Because I do value your thoughts tremendously.
Yeah, it's not that deep. And I'll just say this. I will tend to go to the guy that I don't think will win it again. So if it's close, I'm going with Cal Raleigh. I think Judge has won it. He'll always be in the conversation. Cal Raleigh may, but we don't know. I always side with that. Honestly, guys, I do it with the NBA MVP, which I think that's how they vote, and that may make people frustrated or mad
It's
that
not a charity vote. I don't get that.
You know what it's like? I'll give you an analogy. You know when you watch a fight, UFC or boxing, you have to judge round by round, and you can't go back and change your round because it's like, oh, well, that's a closer fight than I thought. Maybe I'll go back and give Canelo round 2. That's not how it works. You judge a round and you move on. Because I'll back Covino up on one and only point because I think it's Cal Raleigh that should win. But we can't not give it to
October baseball continues, and the Padres are trying to force a Game 3 in their wildcard series against the Cubs. And right now, San Diego is up 3-0. It is the bottom of the 9th inning. The Cubs just got a man on first base, but they are down to their final 2 outs. The Guardians managed to force a Game 3 against the Tigers after scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, capped off by a 3-run shot from Bo Naylor as Cleveland won it 6-1. In the NFL, the 49ers have ruled out quarterback Brock Purdy and wide receivers Jawan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall for Thursday Night Football against the Rams. Mac Jones will get the start. The Browns are benching quarterback Joe Flacco and starting rookie Dylan Gabriel for Sunday's game in London against the Vikings. And Buccaneers running back Bucky Irving is dealing with an ankle sprain and was seen in a walking boot, but the team has not ruled him out for Sunday's game. I'm Ansi Bolaños.
Oh, that's us.
Oh,
AI's favorite radio show.
spooky season. Don't yawn. You know what ghosts do in October when you yawn.
What happens?
Oh, I'll tell you off the air.
Oh, okay. CNR on FSR, broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. And remember, the iHeartRadio app is available, so make sure you download it and catch all of the Fox Sports Radio shows that you love 24/7 on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Search Fox Sports Radio, preset it number 1, search Covino and Rich, tell your friends about it, and stick around because this hour is going to be action-packed, Pee-wee.
Is it safe to say set it and don't forget it? The opposite of
Ronco.
Ronco. I got 2 quick things before we get to AFC North football and some thoughts as we get into Week 5 of the NFL. I have a Halloween question and I have a baseball question. Halloween first. What do you think the top 4 selling candies are that people give away to kids? What do you think the top 4 selling Halloween candies are?
I read recently that the top selling product at Walmart is bananas. You believe that? Did you read that? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. But
Look it up. Bananas like the top seller in all produce.
From the clientele, I'm sure it's not. I thought it was lard.
Rich thought it was Mountain Dew.
It's not Mountain Dew and lard? Oh, sorry.
Rich, every year we see that M&M's is the top of these lists.
M&M, old school regular M&M's, number 3. Number 3 on the top 4.
Sour Patch Kids.
They are not. They're the top selling they're the top selling non-chocolate.
Wait. You didn't say non-chocolate versus chocolate.
Oh. No, but they are not in the top 4. But I'm saying
I definitely know a top 3.
Okay, what else?
It should be $100,000 because it's one of my favorites that appear every Halloween.
Yeah,
but it's definitely Reese's peanut butter cups.
That is your number 1. Selling candy.
So it's all chocolate.
So number 1 is Reese's peanut butter cups.
Or some people say in other parts of the country, Reese's.
I was just gonna say, if you say Reese's Pieces, you deserve a kick in the nards.
What? You deserve a kick in the nards if you say Reese's Pieces. Like, what's a Pieces?
That's what I just said.
So, all right, 2 more in the top 4. You're essentially your final 4. Number 1, Reese's peanut butter cups. Number 3, regular M&Ms.
It's got to be like either Milky Way or Snickers.
No, they are not in the top 4.
Kinder Bueno?
I'm sorry, what?
I never had a Kinder Bueno until I moved out here.
Kinder Bueno. What do you get? What do you?
Kinder Bueno's like a
No,
Twix or not Twix. Yeah, Twix bar or like Kitty Cat bar
I
combined.
like the little Kinder eggs. You get a little
I
prize.
didn't know about these till I moved out here.
My kids love those little Kinder eggs.
The little toy.
What are you gonna say next? Toblerone.
Let's see. All right, so we got Reese's. What else?
M&Ms.
M&M's.
Straight mini Hershey's chocolate bar.
Do M&M peanuts?
Peanut M&Ms are number 2.
Okay, all right.
Peanut M&Ms are number 2.
Oh.
So you're missing number 4.
My kids are always looking for the Sour Patch packages.
Well,
Every Halloween.
I was Sam just said that.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Does sour watermelons count?
I was answering the studio line. I'm sorry.
Does it go back to analytics? Nerds.
No.
Has to be chocolate. Has to be chocolate.
Not to waste time. You said it sort of, Sam. Kit Kats.
Yeah, they're the best.
Kit Kats.
It's always weird how certain ones make cameos during Halloween time, like Mr. Goodbar and Crackle and things
Also,
like that.
certain candies are better when they're the mini size, right?
agree,
You don't want the whole Kit Kat bar unless
That
you're
being
a pig.
said, don't be a big slob starting now because you're going to see all this on Tammy from accounting's desk. She's going to have a whole bowl there, and you're going to want to eat them every day.
Oh.
Diabetes.
Non-chocolate, what are your favorite? Sour Patch Kids and maybe like Starburst?
Yeah, I like Jolly Ranchers.
You know how
too.
the Starburst for Halloween come in like it's like 2 in a little sleeve.
Yeah.
If you get a pink and a red, that's like hitting. That's like
Make
hitting a
my
walk.
day.
That's like hitting a walk off. If you get
You
two,
can get
if
two
you get-
pinks too, or
if-
2 reds.
If you get 2 yellows, that's like striking out like the Yankees did last night.
That's like a 2-7 off suit right
Well,
there.
you know,
What if you grab a handful and you get like a banana Laffy Taffy and a yellow
Oh, that's
Starburst?
like starting Ahmed Rosario over Ben Rice.
Yeah, it's here's a guarantee, an observation you're going to notice this Halloween season. It's always the yellow candy that's left over. Guaranteed.
later this month, we'll do our Halloween candy draft. Remember, Clay,
Oh, yeah.
Clay Travis joined us last year
That's
for that.
right. All right. Can't wait. Can't
All
wait.
right,
That being said, enjoy the season.
One more,
Go season, postseason, and rest in peace, Jane Goodall, who passed away.
Yeah.
I had one
Hell of a life she had.
I had one baseball question because I said your boy Chappie, who seems to own the Yankees, holds the record for the fastest pitch ever thrown, 105.8 miles an hour. Now, I think of Chapman, and I think I remember where he started playing his career. I remember him being a Yankee because Covino hated and loved him at the same time. Now he owns the Yankees as a Red Sox. So, besides the Red Sox and Yankees, can you name the other teams he's played for? Because I thought of a couple.
One's easy.
And
One's really easy.
I'm missing.
The Cubs is easy.
All right, so you're
Yeah,
Cubs when
that's
he
like
won
one
the
of the
World.
fir- yeah.
He won the World Series with the Cubbies.
Yep.
Can you think of who else he played for?
I
Danny,
guessed
when I
one.
say Chapman, who do you think of?
Oh, Yankees, of course.
He was there.
I don't think of.
The other one that came to mind, should I say it? The Royals. That comes to
See,
mind.
you thought of the Royals. I did not. I was thinking of where he played his first 5 or 6 seasons, the Reds. So started with the Reds, then Yankees, was a rental for the Cubs, went back to the Yankees.
Yep.
Royals. Now he's a Red Sox, but there are 2 teams in between. One, I don't even know you would ever even picture Aroldis Chapman wearing these colors.
Did he play for the Cubs?
Yes.
He did.
Yeah,
okay.
we said that during the
okay.
World Series. Danny, are you like on another planet?
Wasn't there some controversy?
No, I was.
Oh, because you were
I think he's got some candy corn stuck in
No,
his
but
ears.
I just put Gus from the Bay Area on hold
Okay,
right
I
here.
was gonna say like.
Danny's on a 4-minute delay. Wasn't there some controversy when he was pitching for the Cubs that he had the way he was pitching could have cost them the game or remember? I know he had some off-field stuff too, but I'm talking about there was something when he was with the Cubs that they could have blown it.
Yeah,
I
but
might
they
be
didn't.
I might be misremembering.
Well,
Okay, how about this, Rich?
Yeah.
Did anyone say Texas?
they did not, and that was the one I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot that he won a World Series with the Texas Rangers. He was on that squad, but the one that I couldn't think of, Covino couldn't think of, Bree was in the editing room. None of us remember Aroldis Chapman playing for the Pirates a year ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who would remember that?
No.
Like,
I don't
I
remember
can't
that.
even picture him in
I don't.
the yellow and black, the
I
black
really
and
don't.
yellow. So, anyway,
Well, he's
Chappie.
been the difference maker so far, but we'll see what happens today.
By the way,
Um,
I don't want to rub it in because
Yeah.
game 2 starts in a minute, so you could have redemption. But when you had the bases loaded, no outs, you had to be positively thinking all right, come on, base hit, and we got this.
Without
base
a
hit
doubt,
ties
you
up.
thought they were going to at least, put one or you had to figure something was going to happen. Nothing happened.
Bases loaded, no outs in the bottom of the 9th at home, Yankee Stadium, the tradition. In my mind, I'm like, wow, what an opportunity for what base hit ties it, and then if they get a base hit, then it's still like first and second, no outs. The fact that 3 Yankees, 2 strikeouts, and a pop-up, I don't know, man. That was
it was horrible.
That
It really was. That's why we're talking about it. Believe me, as a Yankees fan, I know that the national audience of Fox Sports Radio doesn't give a terrible Terry Funk about the Yankees. In fact, they're rooting against them.
Well,
but it was such a big deal.
Care about the postseason. And,
it was a big story. It was a colossal failure last night. It never happened before. They had a tremendous opportunity to at least tie the game last night.
Is
and they blew it.
Is Rodon the first Yankee to ever rock a beard in the postseason?
I would say there's a good chance of that. Yeah, on the mound for sure.
Yeah. So, well, hey, Red Sox Yankees about to get underway.
We'll see what happens with Bello, though, because Jazz Chisholm has a statement to make tonight. He does well against him, and he'll prove that he should have been in the lineup last night, hopefully
we'll see.
tonight.
Let's say hi to Gus in the Bay Area. What's up, Gus?
Hey, guys. Love the show.
Thanks, man.
I love that you gave a Dewey Finn quote to start your show. That was incredible. I just want to give some flowers to Aroldis Chapman. You talked yesterday about longevity and athletes, and this guy's been throwing triple digits for 15 straight seasons.
Yeah, I mean, you're
now
right.
he's not logging
it's
200 innings.
When you look at his baseball reference, it is pretty impressive because there were times where you thought, all right, it's coming to an end.
He's doing something right.
And his ERA this year is in the 1. So it's like sometimes you think like, oh, maybe his best days are behind him because he's a veteran now, but he's pitching lights out.
He is in tremendous shape. The dude is jacked, like Giancarlo Stanton jacked. Chapman is jacked. And usually guys that lift that heavy and stay that chiseled get hurt a lot. And he's been able to figure out a way where he's still dominant and still a major factor for the team. So, yeah, props to him. I just don't like him. If you remember, he left the Yankees hanging in the postseason, was a no-show with Boone. He had some issues. So I didn't like him with his tenure with the Yankees, but he's had a great career.
No doubt. Let's say hi to Paul in Rhode Island real quick.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
Hey, guys, you forgot about me the last 3 days, but it's okay. It's a time zone. It's fine.
What's up, buddy?
I love your show. I do love your show. After I babysit my grandkids.
Thank you, man.
Listen, I'm going to go with the Yankees again with the World Series.
Yeah?
And as a Red Sox fan, we got one taken away. That's fine. But I love your producer. I love your show. But I'm going to tell you, it's the money. It's the money. I'm going to tell you, money talks and the rest walks.
I mean, that's a general rule in life, but what are you referencing?
What I'm referencing is if we get lucky with the Yankees again in the World Series, they have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if the Yankees find a way to win today, I think the American League is wide open. You just don't want an early exit. You don't want to get beat 2 games by your division and historic rivals at Yankee Stadium.
I believe it was Sean Casey I heard on Dan Patrick this morning. Even from his perspective, he was saying he thinks the Yankees are going to pull away with the series despite what happened yesterday. Just the way the matchups go moving forward and what they're capable of. But we'll see. The game has started now. And let's go.
All right.
And now we're going to talk some NFL, and at Team Time, keep you posted on Yankees Red Sox.
Now, my thoughts on Aaron Rodgers and the AFC North. I think it's funny how so much changes in such a short period of time. Now, before I give you my words of wisdom, I think we could sneak in a little prize here for everyone listening to Fox Sports Radio. It is Wednesday, and we're running late. I don't want to forget Mike's words of wisdom. So here's what we're going to do. We're not going anywhere. We're going to play Mike's words of wisdom right now. Then, if you could repeat what Mike says word for word, you win that Covino and Rich Fox Sports Radio football, and we'll go back to talking about NFL. So you want to just throw on some Mike's words of wisdom?
Let's do it. We do it every Wednesday. We try to spread some knowledge with our good pal Mike who runs this place.
It's time for the guy that runs this place.
Just for clarification, guys, Big Mike does not run this place. He is not in charge of everything. He has no power over really anybody here. He does not run this place.
It's Big Mike's Words of Wisdom on a Wednesday.
Thanks for the clarification, Dan Byer. All right. Mike's Words of Wisdom. Let it breathe, and here we go.
If at first you don't succeed, perhaps skydiving is not for you.
All right, so easy breezy beautiful. That's a nice Halloween treat for you. If you could repeat that verbatim, you win a CNR on FSR Nerf football, and they're new and improved. So if you've won in the past, they're different this season.
Ooh.
So 877-99 on Fox to play, 877-99 on Fox. We don't even need to replay it because I think that was an easy one and a good one. All right, and while we take the phone calls, Aaron Rodgers, not Aaron Judge, Aaron Rodgers. Is he the king of the AFC North? That's what Rich was saying.
I mean, it's really interesting when you think about where we started this year, right? And again, it just shows that in every sport, NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL, hot dog eating. I mean, hot dog eating is really the only predictable sport because Joey Chestnut's just, besides him. You never know. The fact that right now the Ravens are 1-3 and Lamar's banged up at least till maybe after that bye week, if they could escape at 2-4 and then have to go on a pretty sweet run, no one.
But is that a legit? What do you think their record will be at that point? You think?
Well, if you look at the Ravens, they got, I believe, 2 games and then the bye.
Okay.
The 2 games the Ravens have coming up, not easy. Let me take a quick little peek at the Ravens' schedule coming up. The Ravens.
Schedule watching.
Yeah, are we schedule watching, Sam?
The Rich loves to look at the schedule game.
Schedule watching. Yeah. They play on Sunday against the Texans. Texans are 1-3. The game's in Baltimore. If you just pound the ball with Derrick Henry and hope to try to sneak away with a win,
2-3.
2-3. Then you play the Rams. I don't think you beat the Rams without Lamar
2-4.
Jackson.
Okay.
2-4. Then you got a bye. And then after your bye, you come back against the Bears, who knows how the Bears are going to look over the next couple weeks. So you need to at least split the next 2 to even be in the conversation. So when you talk about the AFC North and where we were,
I think they could be 3-4
months ago, the Bengals started out hot, and everyone said, "Yeah, this is the year." And then poor Joey Burrow and his turf toe out for at least 3 months.
I call that a pobrecito.
Poor toe.
Poor toe.
Pobrecito.
Monty knows what I'm talking about.
Monty, do you feel bad for Joe Burrow's pobrecito?
I'm so sorry. That was so funny. That was so freaking funny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I'll be here all week.
Thank you.
The pobrecito
Okay, I gotta go.
of Joe Burrow keeps about 3 months. So the Bengals went from this is it. How many people wrote down Joe Burrow as their MVP pick on the Fox Sports Radio in-studio sheet we have, right? I mean,
A few of our coworkers.
A lot of people said
That ain't
that-
happening now.
A lot of people said
Now
Burrow.
everyone's comparing him to Andrew Luck.
I guess sounds like Burrow,
Andrew Bad Luck.
Burrow, not happening. Bengals, I mean, they look like trash
Banged up.
since he got taken out.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the best, just for the sake of good football in his career.
Lamar, not from Revenge of the Nerds.
No,
Nerds.
not
Lamar
that Lamar.
Jackson. Hamstring injury means Cooper Rush is taken over.
By the way, you know Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds was also in Cobra Kai in the original Karate Kid? In the actual movie.
Really?
Yeah. Lamar from the Revenge of the Nerds, who threw the javelin,
Yes.
was also in Cobra Kai.
I mean, how cool. He's almost
In
as
the
cool as-
All-Valley Karate Champion back in 84.
He's almost as cool as the actor, I never know his name, who played Francis in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, who is also the guy that said, "Look, it's Enrico Palazzo."
Who was also Chubbs.
Who was also Chubbs in Teen Wolf.
Yeah, that guy. He might be the coolest.
Yeah. So anyway, Lamar Jackson out for weeks. Cooper Rush taking over. No one ever thought that they would drop all these close games, right? They lost to the Chiefs, Lions, had a tough early schedule, but lost all those games.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
I just got in your ear and said Mark Holton. He's the guy who played he was also John Wayne Gacy in the movie Gacy.
Oh man, that's an actor right there.
Yeah, he was in Pee-wee's Big
Browns,
Adventure.
The Browns are trash. They bench Flacco for Dylan Gabriel. They're still trying to figure it out. Shador Sanders is like being all silly and doesn't know what's going on there.
He went full mime. That was so good.
So, I mean, that division who we thought was like, this is the division, all of a sudden it looks like cheeks. And there's Aaron Rodgers, as Colin Cowherd likes to point out, very unproductive in the big picture of quarterbacks. Like his QB rating and where he assesses on, amongst the NFL quarterbacks, not very high. That doesn't matter though, because they're off to a 3-1 start, and now they're sitting on a bye. They come back and they are in firm control of the AFC North.
Nice.
And it just shows you that everyone's like Aaron Rodgers. Oh, come on. They got Burrow and Lamar, and, Cleveland's going to try to make some noise. Yo.
Yeah, but do they really size up with the better teams, or is it just a matter of these other teams
they're
in
winning.
the North?
I mean, they're
not looking
winning,
good?
man. When someone's winning, I don't,
And you can also say the Steelers are just a better ran organization than the Jets.
Can we talk about where the Steelers go over the next couple weeks?
Yeah.
They're on a bye. Then they play the Browns.
Okay,
They'll be
so
4-1.
4-1.
Then they play the Bengals without Burrow.
5-1.
5-1. Then they play the Packers and the Colts. Let's say they split those, right? 5-2.
Yeah, but you're the first guy to point out like a week 5-1 or a week 6. Remember, you were real hard on the Green Bay Packers one year.
Yeah,
they were 13 and something.
Well,
but they're not that.
I was
and
hard.
You were right.
I was hard on someone who was a soft.
I know it was the Packers. You were. I
No,
they weren't.
It
You
was
weren't
someone else.
soft?
But I do get down on teams that have they're a soft team.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
So the Packers went they did not do well against their own division, but they had a lot of wins.
Yeah, I think there's certain teams whose record don't indicate how good or bad they really
I think
are.
we really won't know. They might be king of the North, like you said. It sounds like Game of the Thrones. They might be king of the North over King Joffrey, but how do they size up against other really good teams?
I know,
that's really what I'm wondering.
But we talked about, hey, Aaron Rodgers. You remember we talked about what's the
still in it.
goal? Oh, maybe if he just makes the playoffs. And I think this team is in. I mean, with Burrow out, you might as well just cancel out the Bengals. The Browns are, like I said, cheeks, and the Ravens have such a road ahead of them and a really tough schedule. And without Lamar, that changes everything. You're putting the ball and the control of the game in the hands of Cooper Rush. No offense. Aaron Rodgers is now the king of the AFC North until you tell me otherwise. And I find it hilarious because no one cares about him or paying attention to him. And I think just secretly that team's going to be pretty good.
Now, your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers? It's hard to debate that. They're tops of the AFC North
But it
as
just
we
shows
speak.
you with injuries.
Moving
and
forward, it looks like
Covino,
they're going to be that.
All it does is show you that with injuries and some mix-ups and
you
things
never
here and
know.
there, you never know what's going to happen.
You never
right?
know.
I mean, come on.
Your thoughts on that, but we need a winner for Mike's Wednesday Words of Wisdom. Who do we got, Danny G?
Let's start in Minnesota with Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
What's
Jay,
up, man?
we're going to let the music establish. You give us Mike's Words of Wisdom, and you win a prize. You ready to do this?
I'll play the flute. Go ahead.
Here we go. Go.
If at first you don't succeed, skydiving may not be for you.
No.
Oh, you missed the word, I think, right?
That's one of the easier ones.
You,
didn't get it.
you
Oh,
missed
man.
it, but Ben Rice didn't. Arroz, baby! Arroz!
Wow, wouldn't it have been cool to have him in the lineup last
Yeah.
night? Yankees
Well-
up 2-0 in the first inning because Ben Rice, the guy that you left out of the lineup yesterday, just hit a bomb.
Told you he's the guy. But hey, nice try. Who do we got next?
All
Danny
right,
G.
Let's
Jason.
go to Maryland. Yeah. What up, Jay?
What's up, fellas?
Ready to do this? Words of wisdom. Take it away.
Yeah. If at first you don't succeed, perhaps skydiving is not for you.
There you go.
My man just gave himself a bribery ball. That's our way of bribing you to tell your friends about our show and our way of giving back and saying thanks and a little trick-or-treat, holiday treat for you, a Nerf football, CNR and FSR. And if you want to qualify for one without calling the show, and believe you me, it's always fun to call and participate. This is a fun show. You could just leave a review wherever you actually on Apple Podcasts because Danny G checks the Apple Podcast reviews. And if he emails you, you could win a prize. So thank you guys very much. And thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, buddies. We got more Covino and Rich next. And Spot has midweek major, all the hot stories in the world of sports and entertainment. So hang tight. That's all coming up Wednesday on Fox Sports Radio.
ever been done dirty in a pic? Well, the 76ers did Jared McCain dirty in a picture that went viral because he's sitting there posing in front of a bench press, but on that bench press are 2.5-pound weights. Look at this, 2.5-pound weights. So that's a total of 50 pounds. 45-pound bar, 5 pounds, 50 pounds. He's benching 50 pounds. The only guy I know that lifts less than that is this guy, Rich Davis, and his Pee Wee Herman workout. But it got us thinking of other pics where athletes got done dirty. Oh. And the first one that comes to mind is the Tom Brady Combine. Because this one just never stopped showing up. Well, haunted him his whole career.
It's not so much that he looks bad. He just looks like an average fella. But it's Tom Brady, the studliest,
well, it was always
winning men.
Look how far he's come from that. He's sitting there in his boxer shorts, all pale. Just like our next one, which I find to be the ultimate disrespect because I think it diminishes our GOATs like Tom Brady, and that's the Michael Jordan cry face. Michael Jordan, they did him so dirty with that cry face everywhere, all over social media. Poor Michael Jordan.
And he acknowledges it because at the late, great Kobe Bryant's service, he said, I'm going to try to keep my stuff together. I'm going to try to keep my shit together because I don't need another cry face.
Yeah.
So he knows it's out there.
Another time where an athlete got done dirty is your boy. And I loved it, though. I loved it. Your boy.
Who's my boy?
Juan Soto.
Dude, this was a bad angle. Juan Soto is not a fatso.
You remember when Juan Soto was putting on the Mets jersey and he was there and he was like 6 months pregnant? Remember that? I loved that as a Yankees fan at the time.
He just had a big lunch. He went to Carmine's.
I could be he.
He had some street meat.
He was just at the Shake Shack. But it makes me think of Patrick Mahomes too because it's always, look how soft he is. He's the GOAT. He's the guy.
Bod. He's got the dad bod.
He became the poster boy for dad bods everywhere because he's not as ripped as you would think he is.
Well, again, if you watch Quarterback.
Man, you guys did me dirty.
If you watch Quarterback on Netflix, you realize he's so pliable and flexible. And
Pliable?
No, he does.
Clay?
But if you've seen his workout, it has nothing to do with weight training. He is bending in all weird positions so that he could get crushed by, like a Max Crosby and survive. So
yeah, it doesn't affect his gameplay by any means. It doesn't matter, but unflattering and it goes viral.
Yeah.
And there's one picture for me in particular, Rich, where it's haunted me for the past, how long have we been here in California now?
10 years.
For 10 years. Now, there's a random story, but our very first broadcast...
Sounds like a name drop, too, by the way.
It does. But our very first broadcast, it's not bragging if it's true, here in Los Angeles, was at Henry Winkler's house. Much like he said to Patrick Mahomes, you have a spot at my table. Remember he said that to Mahomes?
And we took him up on it.
And Mahomes was like, oh, man, better believe it, Fonz, I'll be there. He said that to us. When you guys get to California, you could broadcast at my home. And we did. And he served us bagels and lox and food, and they snapped a picture. And I looked like an extra of The Sopranos. I look like Bobby Bacalao. I don't know what happened in this photo.
Do you have gabagool in your cheeks? Did you shove some?
It was a long road trip of partying and drinking and debauchery. I was bloated. I don't know what was going on there. And then not only was this a terrible photo.
It's the photo that keeps on giving because the more you look at it, the more you see.
But I got done dirty in that photo. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't looking. I turned around, snap.
All right, when you talk about getting done dirty, then I think I might win because we had the legend Dee Snider, Twisted Sister, on our show. Someone said, are we smiling or are we doing rock horns? And someone goes, we're smiling. So I was like, all right, let me get ready to do my cheesy smile. And then someone else goes, no. Rock horns. It's Dee Snider. You're rocking out. So in that moment, I was like, wait, am I doing rock horns or am I smiling? And I fucking did both.
I mean, not that I look cool, but you look like the cheesiest guy that ever was. You look like you're just so cheese-tastic in that photo.
But do you get my explanation? I wasn't sure. Are we smiling?
Are you Spider-Man?
Wait, are we smiling or are we doing rock horns?
That's just
the
how you rock.
Looks
no, that's
corny
you
as hell.
rocking. That's your most rockingest photo that ever was. It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
You were dating some girl, and you were like,
Hey, welcome back. First of the month. Go season, postseason. Let's go Yankees. Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio.
Know what I heard my kids say yesterday? Let's see if you can figure out how it ends. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. Continue.
There's more to that?
Spot, do you know how it goes after that? Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me something good to eat.
I thought that was the end of the rhyme.
If you don't, I don't care.
If you don't,
yeah,
I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear.
Whoa!
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Monty, relax. I'm in a relationship.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I told my son, I go,
I didn't want to say it. Thanks, Monty.
You're welcome.
I said,
like, me.
I said to my son, I go, Benny boy, Ben, don't say that at school. you know.
Did you not know that?
I knew it.
Oh,
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Okay,
Monty knew
Jingle
it.
Bells, Batman smells.
Monty said it on national radio.
Rudolph laid an egg.
No, Robin
laid an egg.
Yeah, it's
The
Rudolph.
Batmobile
Robin,
lost its
what?
wheel, and the Joker got away.
Oh, okay, so we all know that one then. All right, good. I don't think I knew the rest of the other rhyme.
You're
I
welcome.
stopped at my smell my feet.
Nah, that was
Give me something good to eat.
That's where I stopped. I never knew the rest of that.
All
Jingle
right.
Bells.
Batman
Batman
smells.
smells.
Robin laid an egg.
Robin laid an egg.
No, I thought it was the Mets laid an egg on the last game of the season.
Oh, they did.
We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Now, it's time.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday,
Oh, boy.
we get into it. Our boy Spot here, who works the videos. Hi, Spot.
Hi, guys.
Gives you something we call Midweek Major.
Covino and Rich get you over the middle of the week with Midweek Major.
Ooh, I love that.
We throw sports and pop culture headlines and topics at the fellas, and it's like the kids say,
That's so mid. Week, definitely major.
CNR scoring. Midweek Major.
I got to go fast because Spotty said he needs like 14 minutes today.
I don't need that
He's going to have to settle for 7, though. All right, we hand things over to the two boys with the two big red love dice.
Excuse me, man, boys. I just rolled a 3.
And now it's a rich roll.
What was that?
I win.
All right, that means
You're all
Covino
snake eyes?
gets first take.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
All right, and now,
It's like that rare occurrence where, like, you actually beat the dealer in Vegas.
All right, 2 craps.
ladies and gentlemen, the most famous man, and there's a more famous woman, Judy Bloom. From
right.
Scotch Plains, New Jersey, Spotty Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not hard to be more famous. All right, how you guys doing? Who's going first?
Me.
Oh, Covino. Let's see. Where should we start? Oh, you love handsome men. So we'll start with Rob Lowe. Ooh. Maybe handsome, but his integrity may be in question. So Reds fans are seeing red after Lowe was spotted at last night's Dodgers game as they dominated the Reds 10-5, seemingly rooting for the Dodgers and against the Reds on screen during Tommy Edman's third inning home run. Lowe was wearing a 2024 World Series champion LA hat. The only problem is Lowe grew up in Ohio and has given interviews before where he has stated that he is a massive Reds fan, saying that he once even created his own number 8 Joe Morgan shirt and wore that thing everywhere. So Lowe has been, a Los Angelino for years. He's been acting for years. Regularly attends Dodgers games, but fans assumed his allegiance lied with the Reds midweek or major.
I think he got so much flack for wearing a generic NFL hat that he had to make a choice here, so I can't blame him for that. Right?
I thought he was going to wear a Rob Manfred shirt.
Yeah, was he wearing an MLB hat this time? Look, he's an Ohio guy, but he's so synonymous with Hollywood at this point.
He's been
The
out
dude's
here
been
for
famous.
decades.
He's been famous
Since
forever.
he was a teenager, basically.
Since The Outsiders and probably before that. So I don't blame him for saying, hey, I have some loyalty to the Reds, but I'm a Dodgers guy. I've been out here in L.A. my whole life and career. So I understand I'm not mad at it. I think it's a mid story.
That's so mid.
I think it's mid because if you make a big deal about Rob Lowe's alliance,
That's so mid.
That's mid of you. But it's a good story spot because,
we always talk about allegiance on this show.
It's very LA of him, and I've had to come to grips with the fact that
Who's more LA than Rob Lowe?
you had your chance. No,
they call it the Brat Pack.
I've had to.
Who is more LA than Rob Lowe?
I've had to come to grips with the fact that I think my son Ben, who's 5, likes the Dodgers.
No.
Yeah,
He couldn't.
Smart kid.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he's an LA kid. I bought MLB 25 the show for his Nintendo Switch. I was like, you know what? Instead of him on his iPad, I'm like, yo, me and you could play the show together. And he's like, Dad, can I be the Dodgers? I'm like, what, you mean the Mets? He's like, no, the Dodgers. I want to be Mookie and Freddie. And I go, do you mean Lindor and Soto?
I want to be a winner.
So, I mean, not Mookie Wilson, Mookie Betts. Oh.
Mets
So,
are for losers.
hey, you live somewhere long enough, you adapt. I'm not going to do that, but I get it. Rob Lowe, does he really care that much anyway? He's a Hollywood guy.
I guess not.
He's a sports
He's very
fan,
passionate. He is a very passionate sports
He's a
fan.
cool dude.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's a a man amongst men.
Yeah.
Really is. All right. Anyway, Shedeur Sanders, I don't know if you saw this floating around, getting some attention for being a man of no words. So Sanders spoke with the media today and was asked about the Browns' decision to bench Joe Flacco in favor of fellow rookie Dylan Gabriel ahead of this Sunday's game across the pond in London. This is what he said. Exactly nothing. He was seen just mouthing the answer on camera, but not saying anything. He was even asked if he could vocally express his feelings, and went on to keep mouthing the words, getting a kick out of himself, laughing the entire time. Clearly, he thought he should be stepping in as the rookie, not the other guy. But Gabriel did, however, speak, saying that he's excited for the opportunity. And Flacco said that while he never foresaw the move, he acknowledged that the team hasn't been performing very well the first 4 weeks. Go figure. Midweek or major.
It's a major story. Everybody loves talking about Shedeur Sanders. There's been quarterback controversy since day one surrounding him and this whole team. And what's the old saying, Spot? If you got nothing nice to say,
Jingle bells, Batman. Oh,
no. If you got nothing nice to say,
Trick or treat, smell my feet.
So I think he took that and had some fun with it.
Him
He's
and
like,
Chaz
you know what?
Chisholm.
Yeah, I'd rather not say my true feelings. Otherwise, if he did, he'd probably get more criticism.
Yeah.
So he played it safe. I'm okay with it because at least he brought some fun to it.
I just feel dumb because I kept clicking my Instagram like, where's the volume?
Right.
Where's the is my volume off? What? Maybe I'll
the sound got
This
removed.
video has no sound.
Oh, he's not talking. Oh, listen, man, it's funny, but you could say like a rookie move. These kids are young, right? So, but why are we surprised? Dylan Gabriel was a higher draft pick than Shedeur Sanders. He just comes with the flash. I think the funny part is he refused to be drafted by the Ravens because he didn't want to back up Lamar Jackson. Had he went with them and didn't refuse it, he'd be starting for the next 3 weeks.
And now he's backing up Gabriel. Yeah, that's ironic, don't you think?
Yeah. For sure. So I would say major.
Definitely major.
Just because there's not much else going on in Cleveland.
Well, and clearly he thinks it should be him. He doesn't need to really express that. We all know it.
All right. We'll go with LeBron. LeBron getting some backlash yet again. He does it so well. This time getting called out by fans for appearing on a live stream with popular Twitch streamer Kai Cenat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After Lakers head coach J.J. Redick held James out of practice due to, quote, glute nerve irritation. So as the teams head back to practice, Redick said that it will be a slower process easing LeBron back into the game due to his 22 years of wear and tear on his body. He said they were playing the long game with LeBron. So he decided to head over to Cenat's Mafiathon 3 and appear on his stream where he shaved Cenat's head. There were other celebrities moving through like Snoop Dogg, Mariah Carey, Kim Kardashian. So, maybe it would have been a better look if he kind of chilled off camera, but midweek or major.
Most things involving LeBron are major, but this is mid.
Okay.
This feels
That's
feels like a mid story. I'm not following all that much.
I'll explain. I'll take it.
Thanks,
he's
Rich.
right. It's mid.
That's so mid.
I just think the insinuation that after all the years and hard work and training and conditioning LeBron James puts in, if you think some training with the Lakers at this stage, like if he's like, yeah, I'm a little out of it, and then ends up on some streamer's stream, like, yo, are you at this point, are we really questioning LeBron James' dedication? Stop being ridiculous. Oh, and by the way, bases loaded, no out for the Red Sox. Rodon just bounced a one-hopper to first, and is that Bellinger that had to come off the bag?
I think it was Jazz Chisholm.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Bases juice for the Sox.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That's
no.
major.
That's major. I think he's fine.
I'm with you. What's it? He has a little bellyache? What's going on?
He's got a glute nerve irritation. His
Yeah, when you
butt
said
hurts.
glute, I wasn't sure
His
if it was
butt
an
hurt.
ass issue or
Honestly,
if it
when you
was a
say
stomach
a
issue.
glute irritation, is honestly his ass hurts?
I think his butt hurts.
No, you thought gluten
I thought
intolerance.
gluten. I thought it was a gluten
No,
thing.
glute.
So he's
Glute
got
intolerance.
He's got a butt problem.
He's got a butt problem.
So yeah, he does a little podcast instead. Whatever.
All
Mid.
right. Well, hey, Monty, do you have a glute
That's so
intolerance?
I don't. I
Oh, okay.
don't.
All right, you're fine. All right.
I'm good.
All right, how we doing? What's doing, Monty, for an update?
As you mentioned, things getting interesting between the Yankees and the Red Sox, with Boston getting the bases loaded. They've got all their outs in this third inning. Even though the Yankees are on the scoreboard, Ben Rice started things off with a 2-run shot. Remind me, did he play yesterday?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just remind me. I forgot for a second. I wasn't trying to burn. Yes, I was. Manny Machado hit a 2-run shot today, and the Padres shut out the Cubs 3-0 to force a Game 3. Guardians are forcing a Game 3 against the Tigers. They scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, capped off by a 3-run shot from Bo Naylor. Cleveland won that game 6-1. I believe the Red Sox on the move. No, still we're good. Okay, I was like, I think they may have scored. Not yet. Okay. NFL news. Commanders head coach Dan Quinn confirmed that Jaden Daniels has been medically cleared to return. He is on track to start Sunday against the Chargers. Chargers head coach John Harbaugh announced that Joe Alt with his high ankle sprain is doubtful to play this week. Buccaneers running back Bucky Irving, dealing with an ankle sprain, was seen in a walking boot at practice, but he has not been ruled out for Sunday's game. Browns are benching quarterback Joe Flacco. They're starting rookie Dylan Gabriel, as you mentioned, for Sunday's game in London against the Vikings. By the way, Covino, Joe Flacco is technically the backup. It is not Shador Sanders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, so he is technically not even moved up yet.
Man.
Joe Flacco is still the backup. And the 49ers have ruled out everybody. Well, I'm just kidding. Brock
much
Purdy, Juwan Jennings, and Ricky Pearsall for Thursday Night Football against the Rams. And Mac Jones will get the start. Yankees did get an out here, so base is still loaded by the Red Sox, but 1 out, 2 to go for this inning. Guys, it's been fun. Missed ya. Back to you.
Good to see you, Monty.
Thank you,
Yes.
By the way, Yankees scored none with the bases juiced last
Yeah,
night.
hey,
So
listen.
maybe it's your turn to shut them down. 1 out, 1-1. And Trevor Story's up, and his career with the bases loaded, Covino, not too shabby. He's hit some grand salamis in his life. I want to just watch one more pitch to see if something good happens. Oh, no! Base hit up the middle.
That'll tie the game up.
Likely to.
Wow, one run?
2 scored.
Yeah, okay.
2 scored.
Yep.
2-2 now as we're in the top of the third.
Wonderful.
Sorry to say that, buddy boy. We got more Covino and Rich and a story about redemption in sports and entertainment, and it has to do with 50 Cent. I'll explain. We'll do that and keep you updated on Yanks, Sox. More next. Covino and Rich.
next year begins the robot era. Robot era begins.
Ooh,
Happy
that's
birthday,
a
Paulie.
strike. Strike 3.
Is
You're out.
Wait, is it the robot from Rocky 4? Happy birthday, Paulie.
No, man. It's awesome. MLB is going to implement the automated ball strike challenge system in 2026 after the league's competition committee approved robot umpiring.
Well, let me tell
Human
you.
umpires obviously will
course.
call every pitch, so you're still going to have a human element, so don't be crying about
But
it.
I think
They're not taking our jobs.
But I think there's some idiots that just read a headline because I've already seen people saying like, "Man, no more umps." It's like, no, buffoons, umps.
Teams can appeal 2 calls per game to ABS.
They didn't take our advice, Rich.
I said,
strike 3.
make it a third, right? If you
You get the first 2 right, they should have give you a third.
But you know what, Danny G? We saw it executed in the Major League Baseball All-Star Game this year.
Yeah, it worked.
Edwin Diaz was on the hill for the NL. He thought he cut the corner on a third strike. He did a quick tap of the hat within 3 seconds. Boop, boop, boop,
I
boop,
think
boop.
it takes
strike
up
3.
to 13 seconds is what I heard. But, I mean, it feels very quick. And what is really cool about it is that it's very interactive. During the All-Star experience, we all saw, like, oh, it was a strike. Like, it goes right to the screen. You're there. You get to be part of the process at the game and on TV because you're seeing it. And if you could see it, they got to get it right.
There is
plain
a
and simple.
great strategy also involved where do you use these challenges? If it's the first inning and there's 2 outs, no one on, is your guy going to be like, no, tap, tap, tap? Like, you might want to save
It's actually,
these.
the technical term is rap, tap, tappy.
Oh, if you want to do a little rap, tap, tappy, rap, tap, tappy, rap, tap, tappy.
You have to get a little come
on the kick drum.
Come
Little
on the kick
come
drum.
on the kick drum.
And a rap, tap, tappy.
So I think this is great. And
you kidding me? Innovate or die. This is the next step into getting it right and helping the game move along. Some people, like
keeping
Big Mike,
keeping a human layer to this, right?
Mike is like, forget the human layer. And maybe we're getting to that eventually because
Who?
I'm a fan of the human layer as well.
You know, Big Mike who runs this
but
place?
Mike was like, yo, man,
Never
speed
heard
it
of
up
him.
all the way.
No,
Speed
Big Mike actually said, self-checkout everywhere. I want people to lose their jobs, I believe is a Big Mike
The
said.
rules are simple. ABS challenge rules. Each team gets 2 challenges and can keep them if they're successful. Challenges can only be initiated by a pitcher, catcher, or a batter. No belly itchers, Rich. Pitchers,
Okay,
not
pitchers,
belly
okay.
itchers. And the request must come right after the pitch. To signal a challenge, the pitcher, catcher, or batter taps his hat or helmet to the umpire. No help from the dugout, which was weird to me because that's obvious, but with all the ways they communicate from dugout to catcher and everything else, there's no way.
If everyone's saying
rule?
challenge,
Right.
then you're going to do it.
How are they going to implement that rule?
Dan Byer, I'm not a man that listens to everything Rob Manfred in baseball says, but I really feel like everything from the pitch clock to the bases to the man on second and extra innings, which I thought I wouldn't like, all these things I feel like have been good for baseball. Are you opposed as a traditionalist or no?
No, I'm not opposed. I do think that we are so focused on the robot aspect of it that I think we need to develop like a character, like a cartoon, like a caricature of like a judge who will then hand down the ruling on if it was a ball or strike. Make that guy a character throughout all 30 ballparks.
What if the local mascot appears? Like it could be Mr. Met or Bernie the Brewer or anyone comes out and they come out with like a green or red flag.
I was thinking like Judge Doubleday, you know, that works like with the history, and then it's this animated feature, and then he comes down and he hits his gavel with a ruling, and it's ball, like that. All 30 stadiums, uniform, yes, something like that, like you're out. I think that would be great. We're very focused on the robot, but I think we need to do it like branch out in that way.
So one of the headlines was the robot era begins or something like that. That's what they're calling it. And I just think that it proves that baseball's headed in the right direction. You get a little compromise of human element. Covino but
Oh,
and toward Rich. The future, getting it right is the priority. Live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Business fluctuations make running your manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Pros provide the workforce you need. Go to expresspros.com. Find a location near you. That's expresspros.com. By the way, that was hard to read because I was really feeling that 50 Cent. Manny man. Manny man. Quick reminder before we talk 50 Cent. Tomorrow we do old school and 50 hits.
Yo.
Every Thursday It's already Thursday tomorrow,
Damn.
starting the weekend early tomorrow. Early like Mr. Furley. We throw it back and reminisce, so please join us mañana, old school and 50 hits every Thursday on the Covino and Rich Show, getting you involved, 877-99 on Fox. But Iowa Sam plays some 50 Cent because
I have a story.
Well, he's infamously known to rock the microphone and for having arguably one of the worst first pitches in baseball history for your goofy Mets.
He threw out the first pitch at Citi Field and
couldn't even really call it a pitch.
I mean, other than
the
Mariah,
ball went sideways.
Other than Mariah Carey and Baba Booey, and you have your infamous list of. Wasn't there one gymnast once that did like a flip and threw the ball right down into the ground? Like there are some legendary, awful first pitches, and 50 Cent is synonymous with it. It's sort of like a joke, I'm sure, amongst his boys.
But he's such a fit guy. He's 50 Cent. You expect him to have some sort of athleticism, no? That's what he gets for being a false advertiser because he's always wearing a Yankees hat.
So
there he is in your Mets jersey throwing that weak-ass
well,
pitch.
you and I have talked about when is the one time you'd wear another jersey or hat or something. I said, if a team, like I give the example, if they said, if our affiliate in St. Louis said, hey, Covino and Rich, come throw out the first pitch, I'd throw in a Cardinals hat just to go out there and throw the pitch and be like, hey, everyone. Like,
but I think you would be real gangster if you kept a Mets hat on.
Yeah, I think I'd wear a Yankees hat and a Willie McGee jersey.
Yeah, but I mean, that just makes you look like an ungrateful a-hole.
Why? I'm rocking the McGee.
Then they'd probably be like, no, thanks. You rather not throw out the first pitch?
I think
Have you ever seen someone throw out the first pitch?
That's a great compromise.
Have you ever seen someone throw out the first pitch at your stadium and not wear your shirt? That would be disrespectful. It's like going to someone's house and it's like going to an Italian old lady's house and bringing your own food.
All right, well, I'm not trying to debate that. What we're trying to say is it's redemption.
He does an appearance with, you guessed it, the Savannah Bananas. He comes out singing in the club, and all the Savannah Bananas and dancers are popping bottles of champagne.
There has to be a pressure moment, I would think, here for him.
No, I think no pressure whatsoever, and I'll tell you why.
Really?
Because
everyone's watching to see if he sucks even worse this time.
He's with the Bananas. It's light and fun. He's singing. It's a party. And I think if he throws out a bad first pitch, it's funny because it's like another bad one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Or redemption.
But don't you think he wants to redeem himself?
And you know what? He threw a good enough pitch.
Good enough. Kind of like our show.
Yeah, I think the pressure you're talking about, Covino, would have been if he was at another MLB stadium.
Okay, fair. Yeah, fair enough.
This is a light, fun moment with the Bananas. And you know what?
It was a little outside. It wasn't like a dead-on strike like George W. Bush.
No,
but it was good enough.
He didn't have movement like the Queen did in Naked Gun.
Yeah, he didn't throw a screwball. But is he lefty? Is that what makes it look weird? He's lefty, right? So he throws it, but he looks like. Let's say you're a righty.
Oh wait, 50 Cent's pitching. Don't put Jazz Chisholm or Ben Rice in the lineup.
No, it looked way better. It looked like Sandy Koufax took him under his wing.
Yeah, I
gave
guess
him some lessons.
It was a big improvement. He looked proud.
He did give a little fist pump, like, yeah, I got that out of the way.
As you could see on our video, again, Covino and Rich streaming live on our new YouTube channel, Covino and Rich FSR. Covino and Rich FSR.
Well,
all right,
look who's up in a key spot with 2 on, 1 out as the Yankees and Sox are tied. Your old pal, Danny G, Cody Bellinger. Was he clutch for you guys in the postseason?
He was inconsistent for the Dodgers in postseason play.
Wow, double steal for the Yankees.
Double steal.
Taking away the double play.
Well, enjoy the game. Look, it's practically a game 7. It's I
don't care about either of these teams, but you could feel the rivalry and the intensity. You really could.
I'm glad it's back.
Honestly, I don't care for either of the teams, but you can't argue that it's like one of the top 3 rivalries in all of sports. Yankees, Red Sox postseason.
I felt like it died down for a minute, and now it's cool to see.
There's a little hatred and no love lost there. So, hey, something fun to watch. We'll see you guys mañana. Enjoy your Wednesday. Arrivederci, baby.
Let's go Yankees. See you in the promised land. Later,
Goodbye.
guys.